Okay, we're going to start installing the strings. I won't put any tension on the strings because there's no tension on the truss rod itself. So what I do is I'll give the string a little bend to make it easier for me to work it up through the hole and over the bridge. And I'll pull it through. I'll give this up a little bend up also because it'll make it easier one day when these strings get changed to make it come out and not scratch the end of the guitar body. And I'll come to this end here and I'll measure approximately 3 inches away from the tuner post. It'll be this one, it'll be the E string. It's best to work from the outside strings first and then work in. So I'm going to cut it right about here. Okay? Now some people will tell you that they'll make a right angle at the end of the string here so the string works better and it bites better. You really don't have to do that because all you have to do is, there's a hole here. You put the string in the hole and then bend down. You're doing the same thing. Now you're making sure the string is all the way down into the hole. And then you can wrap the string around the post. Now what I do is I hold my hand like this. This way I make sure the windings go to the bottom. This is also good if you have a guitar with a quick hook bridge. It keeps the tension here so it doesn't flop out. A lot of people complain about quick hook bridges that the string keeps coming out of the bridge. Well, this stops it from happening, and this gives you a nice wrap. You can either keep turning with your fingers or you can use one of these. Now it'd be cool if you use one of these. Just turn it easy. Don't keep smacking it into the headstock of the guitar and then one day you have a mess and you messed up the headstock of your guitar and it could have been avoided. So just go easy. This will wrap around approximately 3 times, and I'm going to leave it just like that for now. It'll come up more when there's more tension, but I don't want any tension on there because there's no tension on the rods. D string in, it's the last string I'll do. Again, I bend this up here a little bit just to make it a little easier for me to do it again there. Okay, I make that bend to make it easier to find it through the hole. Pull it through. I hold this up so it doesn't scratch the body, and I get to the headstock. I will cut the string about 3 inches, 2.5, 3 inches from the tuner. And I'll do the same thing. I'll make that right angle bend after I know the string is all the way down in that hole. And I hold the string like this to make sure it winds on the post properly. And I'll turn it. Now you're also going to make sure that the string is in the saddle slot before you really bring it up to tension. I'm not bringing any string up to tension now because there's no tension on the rods again. And that's fine for now. None of these strings have any tension on them. They're just there. Okay, the next step, we will put a little tension on the truss rod nuts. Not much, just enough to get these just barely finger tight to the plate, and then some for each of them. Alright, I'm really not putting any tension on them. They're just flush to the plate, and maybe just a little bit extra, and that's it. Then I'll stop, and then I'll tune the bass, and then we will adjust the neck. I moved the guitar up a bit, so this is sitting on, it's actually a rolled sock under here, under the towel, right about the 7th fret, it's about halfway point of the neck. The body is clamped firmly to this workbench, and I am going to do the truss rod adjustment now. Now what I will do is I will grab the neck right about here, and I'm going to pull down this way so the strings will make full contact with the fingerboard. And while I'm doing that, that's when I will tighten the truss rod nuts. Okay? So I'm pulling down. The strings are totally touching the fingerboard. Now you're not going to break the neck, and I'm going to tighten these rods. Don't let go of the neck. Tighten them all the way. All the way that they will go. Okay. That's it. Okay, now I just finished doing that. Before I did that, the strings were up to pitch. So they might be a little bit out now. They might actually be a little bit sharp now. Sometimes you have to do it more than one time. We'll see. We'll check it out. We'll adjust the bridge. I was just looking at it. It seemed like it took pretty well, but we'll check it out when we adjust the bridge.